guys, it's your boy Justin from the J Media and I'm back with another video. So if you watched the previous vlog, you would know we are here at Cars and Caffeine, but right now we are heading out to Subaru dealership. We have Andrew's WRX, so we're going to be working on Min's WRX, my car, Ricardo's car, and Marco's coming his 370Z. Alright, so if you haven't already checked out the previous vlog at the Cars and Caffeine car meet, make sure to check that out. But right now, like I said, we're heading to Subaru dealership. Two cars we're working on. First one is Andrew's WRX. Some power parts are going on. I think a downpipe, I'm not sure, some other stuff. And then we also have Marco's 370Z. He's coming by, be installing a chassis mounted battle arrow, well, front splitter with chassis mounted supports. All right, gonna hop inside Andrew's car. Like I said, we're getting some work done to the WRX. All right, so what are you getting done again? Downpipe?
Yes, downpipe, TGV deletes, EGR deletes, and then the electronic boost controller. So
nice. So quite a few stuff getting done.
Yep. First we're gonna do some maintenance, change out the spark plugs, diff oil, trans oil. Yeah. Okay. Then
we have Ricardo and Min. Like I said, our Subaru boys work here. Alright, so Subaru WRX, and Andrew owns a 2015 WRX. So let's see, I guess the parts are in the car.
Yeah, but that's for the stage 2 kit.
Right, so we have Ricardo's surgeon gloves on, he's ready. So what are you doing first, Ricardo? What's the game plan?
We're going to do brake flush.
Brake flush first? Yeah. Okay. And the spark plugs.
They already pre-gap?
I don't know.
NGK, Iridium spark plugs. Min is bringing his WRX2. He's trying to get an oil change done. And Min's getting an oil change on his Subaru WRX. WRX are both in for maintenance today. Going up. So some simple stuff. Ricardo just topping up the windshield wiper fluids. Unscrewed the oil cap. It's pretty interesting. On the Subarus, the oil cap is right on the top, super easy to get to, versus back then my Civic as well as my Mitsubishi, they all are like underneath, so you really have to have the car in the air before you can get the oil filter out. So, all the stuff in that little box, all the fluids and stuff. So the stop tech pads, carbon ceramic pads, and then all the fluids from Subaru.
I was going to ask him if he had the piece that he was looking for. The exhaust,
filter.
Donut? Yeah. The donut? I have a donut? No.
All the goodies. Hey, and we have Marco showed up in the wide body 370Z. Like I said, we're going to have the splitter. So his old splitter from Z Splitters, well, rename it, Ventus Autoworks, is going back on. He used to have a splitter setup, but now he also got some chassis mounted stands from Battle Arrow. So we're gonna put the splitter back on. I really love the front splitter setup. So besides all this maintenance stuff, there's a Green Sweep Boost controller going in. And then what's that? PRL stuff?
Yeah, these TGV deletes or EGR deletes.
So what does it really do? I have no idea.
Shoot, you're asking the wrong person.
Are these for suspension parts or?
Do what?
Are these suspension parts?
No, this is for the actual engine.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it does. Already inside
and
though.
Cop access port. Is this the V3?
Yes, but it's already in the car.
Okay, so it's already in the car. Nice. So right now Ricardo is using the vacuum pump to take out all the fluids. The brake fluids?
Yeah.
Okay, and the big pipe is over here. So this is the downpipe?
Yes, sir. Catless.
Catless downpipe, so it's a cat delete. It's gonna sound much louder. The pipe is much bigger too, because we are looking under his car, and I think that was a stock, I want to say it's 2 or 2.25 inch. This one looks like almost a 3, is it 3 inch?
3 inch, yeah. I don't think that fits either, so that's not gonna work.
So that's the downpipe that I showed you guys earlier. So from here all the way to over there is going to remove the cats. So this is a stock, and then the new one's NVIDIA is a 3 inch. So right now Ricardo is sucking out the fluids from the brake lines. So I've never seen this in real life, but vacuum pump sucking it out. So while Ricardo is draining the fluids here, over here we have Min doing an oil change.
Yeah. Because when you change,
so draining the old oil out.
Every single arm, everything.
Is your oil filter down here?
Huh?
Your oil filter, is it down here or is it up there as well? On the bottom?
Where that hole's at.
Oh, okay. So that's where the hole.
Oh, the older ones are like that.
So Min's WRX is back on the ground. New oil's in, so now it's just a coolant. So done draining the brake fluids, and right now Ricardo is doing an oil change. The fluid's already drained out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, so the fluid's already drained out. I didn't get to catch that, but just tightening some stuff right now.
Andrew's about 65,000 miles, right? So so around that mileage, you want to do a 60,000 mile service.
Okay.
Which is essentially a 30,000 mile service with extra things. And what's in the 60K is brake flush,
okay,
brake fluid flush, a tire rotation, an oil change, front and rear diff flush, spark plugs, which is in the 60, cabin filter and an air filter, but he doesn't have both of those because he has an aftermarket intake. But I believe that's it. Yeah. And
okay.
That's just something. It's just scheduled maintenance. It's a good idea to do it, you know.
Nice. So, there's something I haven't been really good at, but basically you're
Not at all, by the way.
my Civic especially. My Mitsubishi, I've been trying to, you know, my next big one is the 30,000. Right now I'm at 25,000 miles. So 30K. What is in 30K?
30K is everything I just said. So go for a Subaru at least. It's oil change, front and rear diff flush, brake flush, tire rotation. Did I say oil change?
Yeah.
Oil change, intake filter replace, engine air filter replace, and your cabin filter replace.
What about transmission fluids?
Transmission, usually those nowadays are pretty non-serviceable. Oh, not non-serviceable, but like not needed service.
Okay.
Like my Lexus, I think technically from what I read on the forums and stuff, it's something you're supposed to never change. You know, so that's why people like with 200K is like, hey, I think you should probably change it now. It's probably not a good idea to change it because you know you're probably gonna free up a lot of stuff. It's probably not gonna act right. You know. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's just one of the...
Alright, so Min's Subaru WRX oil change is done, so he's going to pull it out, and in a moment Marco's going to pull his 370Z in to get some stuff done.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's just a better line.
Alright, so Marco pulling in with his wide body 370Z right now. Alright, so Marco just put in his 370Z. Right now we're gonna get the splitter out. That's unstuck here. Alright.
No, you don't need it.
And then we're gonna chassis mount it. So, are the brakes in here too, or just the
Just chassis now.
just the mounts?
Just oil stuff?
Yeah.
And oil change as well. STP oil filter going on. Mobile one oil. Alright, Marco's Z is going up in the air. So I think we might do the oil change first, and then to do the chassis mounted splitter. So these are the Beto Aero mounts. So we would have to take the front bumper off. So probably oil change first. But something that's a little different as well is because he has his oil cooler mounted up front, Marco's saying we have to take off these like oil lines before we can drain out some of the oil. So yeah. So right now Marco's doing some prep work. He is taking off this piece right here because later on whenever we do the front splitter chassis mounted, this has to come off anyway.
I beat you.
Just exposing some of the oil lines. Alright, so I guess we are kind of test fitting the chassis mounts right now.
Installs one right there and one wherever the back bar
So
is.
I think it's gonna connect to part of the bash bar, so it's really sturdy. Like I said, it's on the chassis, and then the splitter is gonna mount to it, so it's super sturdy. some of you guys might have seen videos online of people actually standing on the splitter. So, are you trying to do a stand test?
No, you're gonna break that.
Yeah, the material is not that.
Yeah, it's a little bit flexible.
Alright, so gonna knock out the oil change on the 370Z first. You can see the oil lines over here. So Marco was saying some people was asking him if this Mishimoto oil cooler is real, if it's functional, you know. So it is functional, it's not just for show. The oil lines go there, go down, back there. So yeah, most people oil cooler. Where's the OEM? Where does it fit? The OEM one.
It's usually like this
right up
power
front.
steering, right? Most cars don't come with an oil cooler at all.
So it's okay, additional.
The manufacturers want your engine to wear out faster, so they can buy a new car.
So the oil cooler, like this is inspired from the old school Datsuns. They have it up front, really unique look, and it's functional. It's not just to show. Draining the oil on the 370Z. It's dripping from the oil
I hope not.
lines.
No, it's just from the filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loosened up the filter already.
Alright, so we're gonna step aside from Marco's 370Z and back to Andrew's WRX. So what's the progress here?
We just finished doing the rear diff.
Draining the rear diff fluids?
Yeah, and we're gonna torque it down to spec.
Okay. Alright, so earlier they were talking down the rear diff. Right now, just draining more fluids on the fluid flush. And on Marco's 370Z update, so finished draining the oil. All that's left is pretty much have the car down and top up the oil. The oil change will be complete. Are you gonna do the splitters today or no? Probably another time. Okay.
We'll do it at my house so we can
So for another separate day, separate video, we'll be doing the install on the chassis mount on the front splitter. Today, just the oil change done on the Z. We're on a little bit of a time crunch, and then Andrew's WRX, probably changing out the pads and rotors on a different day as well. That fresh Mobil 1 oil is going in. Alright, gonna start up the Z. So right now what they're doing is checking the oil levels.
I put it in neutral.
It's neutral.
Putting it on gear. I fucking forget all this time. Yeah, it's like, oh fuck. I hate that shit. That fucks.
So pretty much done. Just topped up the oil in the 370Z. So right now back to the WRX, and Ricardo's pumping the gear oil. So I guess like a vacuum pump. You're gonna pump it manually. Alright, so Andrew just started up his WRX. Just finished some of the work done to it. And Marco's 370Z is outside right now. So I'm just gonna end this little simple vlog here. Again, this is maintenance, so some maintenance work done to Andrew's WRX as well as Min's WRX and Marco's 370Z. So today is gonna be a whole day full of car stuff. So again, if you haven't checked out the previous Cars and Caffeine video, check that out. We also will be heading to do a photo shoot later, as well as hit up Cars and Boba. So stay tuned for those videos. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and catch you guys in the next video.